talent gap was a big. Everybody noticed the talent gap. They noticed that I was the better fighter in there at the pro stage. So I told y'all, them 2 wins at amateurs didn't mean nothing. So first, but I want to thank God. You feel me? Because without Him, none of this would be possible. But we're on the bigger things now. So I'm ready to take a step up and go at the champions now.
When you were fighting him, I sensed there was moments that you wanted to bang, but
yeah.
You controlled, you picked your shots.
Yeah.
What kind of, I guess, possessed you to be able to stay composed with a fight?
I knew. The game plan was to keep it on the outside. He don't use his range. He like to let you get close to him from the outside. He don't really like to punch a lot. So we knew to box him basically. Don't fight his fight. Don't make it a firefight. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing a lot of low blows. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got tough in there. So I'm like, hey, you gonna throw some? I'm gonna throw some too. So you feel me? But the main thing was stay composed and box him.
Troy, in some of your other fights, it's like you wanted it so bad you'd be a little tight.
Yeah.
And tonight you just seem more relaxed and smoother with your movements. How much of that is Bomac and how much is just getting experience?
I feel like Bomac, he helped me a lot. And, just telling me, I'm good enough. You know what I'm saying? I used to, second guess myself, so I wouldn't believe in it a lot. So Bomac, and Bomac and Ronald Sims, Saul and Rand Spikes, they tell me you good enough. You got all the tools. Just, you know what I'm saying? You just got to believe in yourself. So, some of that. And then also coming off the Vladimir fight, I felt like that fight was a big help for me. Them last 3 rounds, you know what I'm saying? Facing that, I felt like that was a big mental battle. And I felt like once I got through that, I felt like I was a way better complete fighter. I felt like coming off that fight, I've been confident ever since.
Speaking of all the tools, one of the tools I think you showed was your chin.
Yeah.
You flush a couple of times.
Yeah.
Did you kind of speak that shows how balanced and how good your chin has come over the years?
Well, I mean, I always knew I was tough, but you know what I'm saying? Ron always say dogs don't last. So you feel me? That's why, you know what I'm saying, I knew to box him and, you know what I'm saying, just be smart, use my brain. But for sure, I always knew I was tough. I always knew that. But, you know what I'm saying, tough don't last long in this sport.
How did it feel to take someone's O for the first time?
It felt good. You know what I'm saying? I was real confident, and you know what I'm saying? It feels good to, take somebody else, and I'm ready to take some more.
Well, you mentioned like the game plan was more to box him on the outside, but you were breaking him down on the inside in the pocket.
Yeah.
How important is that aspect to your game going to be for a guy like Janibek down the road, who likes to keep it on the outside but not as much on the inside?
That's going to be big. I got to touch his body. I got to break him down. So that's going to be big. But I know how to work my way on the inside. And, Javier's a tall, lanky southpaw, just like Janibek. So I felt like that's the perfect fight to get ready for him.
How many more fights do you think you would need before you?
2 or 3. 2 or 3. 2 or 3 more fights, so we'll be ready.
Speaking of champions, you got some rounds with Carlos Adames this camp.
Yeah.
Do you think that really put you on that championship level, like being in there with him?
For sure. I felt like, they said they coming off my last fight, they said I was a contender. So, I heard Carlos Adames was out here in Vegas, getting some work. He was fighting Terrell Gachet. Me and Terrell Gachet got some similarities. I'm not going to say we the exact same fighter, but we got some similarities. So, I wanted to test myself. So, and honestly, I sparred him 6 fights ago when I was 6-0 before I fought Victor Tony. So I wanted to see how better I got. So, of course, doing them rounds with him, that gave me a lot of confidence.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Troy.